All right. Well, let's get in here today. We're going to check it out. It's a YouTube member exclusive video. The first YouTube member exclusive video that's not from our vast library of video or audio that we've got for years and years of the Eyes of Peer experience. But we are sitting down to take a journey back to this past weekend where you, my friend, Queen of Extreme, were at the Squared Circle Expo out there in Indianapolis, Indiana. How was it?
Let me just say, first of all, hello. How are you?
Hello.
Hope you had a good Easter.
Good to
Hope
see you.
everybody had a
Very
nice
nice.
Easter weekend. Squared Circle is one of the best conventions out there. Really organized well. Lots of top stars were there, lots of names. It reminded me a lot of WrestleCon. They did the same kind of format. They had like panels. I did Cole Cabana's panel on Friday night, and then I did the ECW panel on Saturday. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but we got the coolest picture. Nova told everybody to stand up, and then the guy stood on a chair to get us going down, so everybody would be in the picture. It was packed in there, but it was a really, really good weekend. I was on the road with Shane Douglas, Sandman, Ned came from How I Met Your Mother, Moose, and SoCal Val was at our table, which was fun. She's a doll. It was just all we did was laugh. And when I know I say that a lot with these guys, but this weekend in particular, we laughed so hard that my stomach hurt. I was up till after 2 every single night, which you know me, I'm in bed by like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I do not stay up past my bedtime. And Thursday we got in really late, but we went to the bar and had a beverage.
Trouble.
Well, the guys were hungry. It was about 9:30, 10 o'clock. They were hungry. I think the bar it served till like 11 or 12 on Thursday. So we went, we sat in the bar. They pulled a rib on me. You want to hear this one?
Let's hear it.
We walk in the bar and there's this man sitting there by himself, and he looked exactly like Scott Armstrong. And I thought it was Scott Armstrong. I really thought it was Scott Armstrong, but I was so engaged in speaking that I walked by him and I forgot about him, right? And later on in the night, Shane goes, now we have a full table. Shane goes, did you talk to Scott Armstrong? And then it clicked in my head. I said, oh shit, I forgot to say hi to Scott Armstrong. So as I'm running to this guy, I had to get up from the table, walk around. He was at the bar. I'm thinking to myself, why is he by himself and nobody's talking to him? It was not Scott Armstrong. And I realized about 4 feet away, and the guy turns and we lock eyes. There was nothing else I could do but extend my hand and introduce myself. And I'm like, this is just a commoner. This is not a wrestler. This is not a worker. And I hear everybody laughing at me. And so I turn around and I sat down and I took it on the chin. And they were like, why did you go up to him and say hi? I said, I thought it would pop you that I shook the guy's hand. And it did. And everybody was like, that's true, you know, but it looked just like him. But then when he focused on it, it didn't look like, but real quick it did.
So you got fooled by the Fugazi Scott Armstrong.
But I was like, hi, my name is Francine. I shook the guy's hand. He's like, hi, Francine. And I'm thinking, this guy's probably thinking I'm trying to pick him up, which was not the case. So then, yeah, so we stayed up kind of late. We stayed up till 2. We were BSing. Friday came. We didn't start till 4. So we were trying to find a place to eat. We ended up going to Arby's because they had the meats. And we got meat and we brought it back to the room. We ate our sandwiches and then we signed from 4 to close to 10. I think it was 4 to 10. Then we went right back to the bar and got something to eat again. And then I had to do the Appalachian Championship Wrestling thing. So we didn't start that until God, 11:30. And then 1:30, I was sitting there like this.
Oh my God. No wonder you went till 2 o'clock in the morning. You two talking on a show like that?
I mean, it was engaging. We were talking about everything, but we didn't have, I don't even think we got past our first year together in the business 2 hours in. And it was funny because Hack started out in our room and then he left and he came back and I heard him go, "Oh my God, he's still talking." This was off camera and I just started laughing. So he's like, "We have to have you back for a second, interview." I was like, "Okay." So got out of there again at 2, had to be ready by 10:30 the next morning. And we signed until what was it? Almost 7. And then they say, let's go eat. So it was me and Shane, Ned, Hack, Kevin Sullivan, Moose. Okay. Moose says, "Where do you want to eat?" I said, "I don't know. Pick something." So he picks this.
I think I heard this story.
He picks a dive bar, and we're all cool with dive bars. I like a dive bar. I don't get to go to them frequently, so I'm like, okay, cool. Well, he texts me the address, so I tell Ned, go to this address. Well, it's in a strip mall. So Shane goes, "What kind of bars in a strip mall?" So I'm like, "I don't know. Just pull up, right?" It's all boarded up. It's got plywood on the, where the windows are supposed to be. So we thought it was a rib. So I go, "Well, I'm not going in there first," right? So we send Ned in because he's 7 feet tall, right? And I'm texting Moose, "Are you in there?" He's like, "Yes." Well, he was in there. Kevin is sitting there. He's got like 4 shots of Jameson in front of him, right? The music was so freaking loud. Couldn't even hear yourself think. Chris went to the bathroom. He comes back, took a picture of the mirror. Would you like to see it? Members, would you like to see this picture?
Yes.
It's a bullet
selectively
hole.
speaking for us.
It's a bullet hole. Here it is right here. Okay. I'm gonna. Can you see that bullet hole in the
Yes
in the mirror? I go, "Where the hell are we?" It's like, and then the guy that I guess the manager comes out. He knew who we were, and he's like, "Oh, a round of drinks on me." Well, it wasn't on him because they were on our bill. So I was like, "You are a liar."
You lying sack of shit.
And then the food was never coming. Like I got my food in 5 seconds. They must have loved me, but poor Moosey's the biggest one out of all of them. He didn't get any food. So he was hot and he's just like, "Cancel my order. We're getting out of here." And I mean, it was just, this was the diviest of dive bars, But as far as the convention, top notch. Cole Cabana asked me to be on his panel, and and this makes no sense because of what I do for a living, but if you don't know, I have a phobia of like walking out by myself and I'm always afraid I'll get no reaction.
Okay.
It's a phobia I have. Okay. So when Cole asked me to do the stage show, I said, "Can I bring Shane with me?" Because I didn't want to walk on stage by myself. I felt dumb. And he goes, "No, I already had Shane. I just want you." And I go, "Yeah. Can I bring Hack with me?" And he looks at him and he goes, "Do you have to?" I go, "Come on. I don't want to do it by myself. Please, just let me bring somebody." Well, let me just tell you, biggest mistake ever.
Oh, geez.
I don't know if anybody watched it because it was live on one of those channels of wrestling things that you can watch. But poor Colt, every time he tried to ask me a serious question, Sandman would come in with a zinger and just ruin everything. He ruined the whole show. He was all gummied up and just hunched over and just mumbling and then telling one line zingers, and everybody would laugh and I would just sit there, and then Colt's just shaking his head and I was just like, damn. So that was just, I just kept leaning over going, "I'm so sorry, Colt. I'm so sorry." It's okay. It's terrible. But the ECW panel on the second day was really, really good. It was myself, Shane, Hack, Nova, and Meanie. And that was a really, really good panel.
That looked awesome.
Yeah,
that looked very cool.
It was. We had a great turnout, great questions. Lots of good stories were told. We did it for a little over an hour, I think. It's really, really fun. So it was a great weekend, man. I would love to go back. Very, very good. Scott Hewlett, who brought us in, great guy, great staff. Loved it. Loved it. A lot of fun. So
Yeah, I mean, I got to tell you, it's a very tempting show for me. I mean, I've talked to Kevin Fertig about it a couple times because he lives right there. He tells me to come out all the time, and I think I might have to pull the trigger next year.
So Kevin comes to the table, and I love Kevin. You know, we love Kevin, and he came to my table a couple times, and I was gifted a bottle of Fireball. And it was literally this big. So I was.
And he's walking away with it under his vampire
but
jacket.
you know, we did a shot, and he did a shot, and Wolfie D came over, did 2 shots, and you know, we were all partaking in a little Fireball. But he says to me, "Please come to my table. I want to introduce you to my wife and my daughter." And I said, "Absolutely, I'll come find you." You know, because we were busy, like we were busy like all weekend. It was a big ECW fan base there. So
no, absolutely.
And Hack, we were like signing, taking pictures. We were really busy. So towards the end of day 2, I said, I'm going to take a quick walk. I want to go meet Kevin's family. Well, I couldn't find Kevin anywhere. And he said he's along the wall, and I'm walking along the wall, and I'm just like, where? He's not here. So I get to the end, and Meanie and Nova are standing there. So I go walking over to their table, and I just start talking to them. We're talking about WrestleCon next year and all this kind of stuff. And this lady and little girl come over, and they have an encyclopedia, and they're kind of signing her book, but they're talking to me as they're signing the book. And out of the blue, I go, did anybody see Kevin Fertig? Because I need to find him. And Nova goes, this is his wife and his daughter. And in my head, I go, well, thank God I wasn't looking like saying something vulgar about. I said, oh my God. I said, I've been looking for him so I can meet you guys, you know? And I got to meet them at the table by chance because Kevin was nowhere to be found.
Oh, because that's what he does. He always drifts at the shows. He always goes around and talks to everybody at the tables and gets to make money at his table. Classic move.
Yeah, but I got to meet them. But it was just funny how it was by chance. They were just standing there, and she was like, will you sign this for us? I said, absolutely. So I signed the book for her, and daughter's adorable. His wife's a beautiful girl, and got to meet those two. So it was nice.
That's awesome. I'm glad. Yeah. I'm dying to get out there to meet them. I've never met them in person.
Oh, yeah. Really nice. Really
and I want to do that show now. Yeah, that was a great endorsement for that show. Everybody. I talked to Chad from Music City Toys.
I saw Chad. He had Gangrel there with him. He had his daughter with him as well. So I got to see him for a little bit. But I didn't walk around too much because we just were really busy. And that's good. I'm not complaining. Carpal tunnel, man. Because I had a little side deal with some cards that I had to sign. And so, you know, I was doing double duty. I was signing. I was doing this. I was doing that. Then we had a beautiful backdrop. So every time somebody wanted a picture, for whatever reason, Hack would put his chair right in front of the backdrop. And every time we had to get up, he would have to move, and like he would look up like, are you serious? I'm like, old man, just move, just get out of the way. You picked the wrong spot to sit in. Move your chair over to the side, you know. But it was great. It was a fun show. The staff was great there. So nice. Everybody was really, really nice.
No, that's very cool. Now, I'd like to get my hands on that full ECW panel show and check it out because that looked like that was very good. It
was broadcast live on I think the link is on my Twitter. I think I retweeted the channel.
Oh, was the whole thing released? I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not on my Twitter. They put it with me talking, but
that's what I saw.
Yeah, that's where you can get the actual I guess the whole hour of it. You can look there. But man, what fun. What fun. And by the end, my voice was cracked. Like I had no voice left. And God, we were just saying how much we laughed together. Like that's what makes something like this so special, is because you're working, but you're with your friends and you're just cracking up and having such a great time. And it doesn't really seem like work, you know, because you're making it fun.
Yeah.
And that's what's so wonderful about it.
Being around you guys when you're together is infectious, because I always just find myself listening to you guys chat and stories, and you know, you all got your inside jokes and you're all laughing about something stupid that only you 3 or 4 know about, and you're just like, feel like I'm with you. I know I don't know what you mean, but I was there. I wasn't there, but I'm with you.
Yeah, it's a good time, and this was no different, man. But this was more so than before. Like, I don't know if it's because it was an extended trip, like we were there for three nights, but it was just belly laughing to the point where I was just like, my face hurt, my stomach hurts, I need to go to bed. I'm exhausted from laughing. So very, very fun.
And how was getting home? Because I know you came home
Oh,
Sunday, right?
empty.
Empty. Oh wow, no, no bunnies you
Airport.
had to travel through.
Well, you know what the problem was? Usually when you have to go through TSA, it's usually one column. You put your bag up and it's one conveyor belt to go through. This one, did you ever see those slide puzzles where there's like 9 different slots and you can slide the puzzle?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
That was this machine. There were squares that you had to put your basket on, and you had to wait there until you can push it to the next slot. But there was like 3 columns. There wasn't just one column, and all of the baskets got shuffled. So if your stuff was together, it didn't mean it came out together on the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It got separated, and there were 2. If it went into the second column, it had to run again. And that's what happened to Hack. They lost one of his shoes.
What?
It was, and there were like, once you got to the other, it was empty. And then once you got to the other side of TSA, there were like 20 people just standing like this, waiting because it took so long for that machine to check the bags.
Right.
So that was the holdup. It wasn't the plane was empty. It was only not even half full. It was just us waiting at TSA, find his shoe, and then get his bags through. And he's like, I'm going to be 100, but he was cursing, and I was apologizing to everyone. I'm like, I'm so sorry. The lady's like, I'm from Philly. It's okay. And I was just like, no, it's not okay. He's got a really bad mouth. But like, once we got through there, our plane was kind of empty. And then, of course, we're in the back and we sit down and we're next to each other in the aisles. And this lady comes over and she says to him, excuse me, I have the window. Well, he looked at her like he wanted to kill her because there was nobody for miles behind us. And he real loud, as many rows as are empty, she had to ask me for this row with the window. So he gets up and he grabs his bag. He goes, we're going back there.
Oh, jeez. They didn't question it.
There was nobody else on. They closed the door.
And she had to ask for
That's what he made him get up. He was hot as hell. He said, there's 42 aisles that are empty. She has to come and sit next to me. He goes, oh no. He gets up and he walks in. He goes, come on, we're going to the back. I said, we were already.
And look at him. You want to wake that sleeping giant?
I don't know. And he had a parking ticket that needed to be paid. And he's like, I knew you would be able to pay it, but he didn't know his bank routing number. So we sat there for a half an hour and I was putting different numbers in and nothing was working. So I had to call Tyler and tell Tyler to do it. And I said, what the hell? I said, you people can't function without me. I swear. I'm his keeper. We got home fine. It was an easy, an easy flight, empty flight coming home. And my kids had their baskets already. So I was just exhausted. 4 days, that's a long time.
Yeah, you were gone for a while. And thank God that weather held off on Thursday or Friday, whenever it was, right?
We got 2 warnings on the app. And like, I was worried on Thursday, but then on Sunday, I was like, this is BS. I'm not even going to look at this because, there's inclement weather coming through. I was like, there's nothing. It's sunny, blue skies. What is this? They're trying to make me freak out for no reason.
Well, the bad weather here where I live was Friday, and it was like Friday midday into early evening. It was pretty bad. So if that's what was passing through your neck of the woods like the day before, it's pretty bad.
We didn't get anything.
We got it Friday. Oh, if there was nothing? Maybe you missed it. Maybe it was overnight or something because it was bad here. It was pretty bad.
It said Thursday because my flight was 6:38 at night on Thursday. And I got there and it was fine. They wanted us to change our flight. I was like, are you kidding me? Get out of here. Crazy.
Well, glad you're back. Back to business for us. So we will get at it. Before we wrap it up, I just want to point out here. So this is, of course, a member only video. So this will only be for, like I said, the members. And if you can see as you join, there are member only videos. So not everything is going over to the other side. So I'm keeping stuff here just for you guys. So some videos are going to start here and then eventually move their way over to the subscriber feed. But this is going to stay in the member only section. We're going to have member only content, but there are videos I'm putting up here that are staying here for you. So keep suggestions coming. Let us know the content you want to see, and we will churn it out.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm excited. This is something new, again, that we thought of. And hopefully, you're paying the $5, but when we're looking at the numbers, it's like 3 people watch the video and we have more than 3 members. So if you're watching this, go back and look and see what you might have missed. And like, Chad said, let us know what you want to see and we'll do it for you.
Yeah, I mean, I just added the ECW King of the Hill Battle Royal. So it's commentary of us going over it. It's the full match. It's a 26-minute match. It's great. I watched the whole thing. It says I uploaded it. I added Bushwhacker Luke, his whole entire interview segment with us from about 1.5 years ago. But it's very relevant because Butch just died about a week ago. So I'm adding stuff that's good and relevant to the channel. So
yeah.
But give the suggestions because we got a lot of content. So please keep the cards and letters coming.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Well, we will get out of here for today. We'll catch you next time on the Eyes Up Here member only video. And for the Queen of Extreme, this is the Chadster. We will catch you on the flip side.
Hey YouTube, it's the Queen of Extreme Francine letting you know that starting April 1st, YouTube will be the home for the Eyes Up Here experience. Along with my co-host Chad, we will be bringing you the best interviews with the hottest stars from wrestling and the entertainment industry. Plus, channel members get access to exclusive video content that includes watch-alongs and much, much more. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get the notifications, and I hope to see you at our next live.